Welcome to Isparta Turkey, the city of roses. If you've been following our channel for a while, we've been making our way through a lot of the typical touristy places in Turkey. So we decided to break away and come and see something a little more authentic. Let's go and explore the city of roses.
So Effendi was born here in Isparta, and he started the rose production in 1888 and the rose oil production in 1892. Thanks to Effendi, Isparta is known as the Rose Garden of Turkey, and it is the world's most important producer of rose oil.
The rose oil production here in Isparta is so big and so popular that they even have entire stores where every single product within the store is made of rose oil or rose essence, and it's really beautiful to see, and to see that whole sort of thriving economy here in this beautiful place.
Now, the people here and people around Turkey in general seem to not expect tourists to go to Isparta, because when we were in the bus station in Antalya, actually, we were trying to book the ticket to Isparta, and the guy in the counter was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure you want to go to Isparta? Isparta, really?" Anyway, he asked several times, and then we got onto the bus that actually went to Ankara, and when we got off in Isparta, people were asking us several times if we actually got off at the right stop. So they thought we wanted to go to Ankara but just got off of the bus. Sorry. But just got off of the bus too early, basically. So it was really funny on our way here.
Now, if we're speaking about the city of roses and Isparta, everywhere you go here in this town, you're going to be reminded of the city of roses, because they even have lanterns that are quite literally made out of the shape of roses, and it's really beautiful. All along the streets as well, you will see these lanterns. And as I said, there's plenty of opportunity for you to purchase little kind of trinkets and souvenirs from here, if that's something that you are coming and wanting to do. But I figured we would give you guys a little bit of an insight and a look into what the central area of Isparta looks like. As I said at the beginning of this video, we have been traveling mostly very touristy places since we arrived in Turkey. We started off in Istanbul, and then we kind of made our way down all along the coastline, because that's something that we've been wanting to explore here in Turkey. We wanted to really obviously spend a lot of the summertime around the beach areas, and it's not something that we typically look for when we come to a new country. We usually actually aim for the less touristy areas, but something we found ourselves sort of trapped into was going to all of the more regularly visited tourist destinations, and that's been costing us quite a substantial amount of money, unfortunately. But nonetheless, it was a fantastic time checking out those places. But from here on out, expect us to be in places that are a little bit more low-key, such as Isparta. And we're very, very grateful that we came here to check this place out, because to be honest, it's really interesting. There's plenty of things going on. There's plenty of people out and about. The weather is obviously still beautiful, and yeah, we couldn't be more excited and happy to be here.
It is a little bit colder though here in the area. We realized that when we just arrived, because we came from Antalya, so in Antalya it was like mid-30s, kind of sometimes 37 degrees Celsius, and when we arrived here it was 25 degrees Celsius during the day. So as you can see, I feel the need to wear a hoodie because it is a little bit colder than in the main beach areas. We just stumbled over a lokanta place. We have been looking for lokanta for a long time because in the coastal areas where we've been before it was kind of difficult to find one. But the last time I feel like that we have been in a lokanta is in Istanbul, right?
Yeah, the last time that we have been in a place like this, like a buffet style restaurant, would have been Istanbul. And as Naomi said, ever since then we've just been craving and looking to get that next sort of hit of the lokanta experience. It is definitely one of our favorite places to come because you can just sort of pick and mix different Turkish dishes and then put them together on a plate and you get so many different taste experiences. It's perfect.
So we found this restaurant here. It is called Başkent Lokanta. And I just love going to these places because you just have this counter and you basically don't know what is. Obviously, you know, like the random basic words such as like tavuk for chicken or köfte, obviously, for meatballs. But I just love these places because you're just pointing at something and you're gonna get it and you're gonna get to try these dishes. Which you maybe wouldn't be able to do if you would go to obviously like a kebab place or a doner place or something like that. So I'm excited. So today I went with several dishes because I couldn't decide what to get. I went with a little bit of bulgur, then tavuk, so chicken, some köfte, so meatballs, and fasulye, so beans. We got a salad as well, which I believe you get as a default. We didn't ask for it, so it just came out. I assume it comes with every dish that you get. And some bread as well.
Bread looks really fresh and warm and delicious. It just looks super good. There's two very big pieces of it as well, and there's nothing better to do. Oh my god, those breaks. There's nothing better to do with this bread than to just basically tear yourself off a piece and then mix it in with everything that you get. Oh my god, I'm just so excited to have some food here.
So, first time trying fasulye, so Turkish beans. Let's give it a try. They're really good. They remind me a little bit of Sicilian white beans. So my grandpa, my Sicilian grandpa does very similar beans. They're super tasty. Let's get some bulgur in there as well. Oh yeah. Some of the chicken with potatoes. Wow, that potato. Oh my god. The potato is so good. If you come here, definitely go for the tavuk with the potatoes. It is super tasty. I couldn't be happier. No.
Now Naomi, you can't say that that potato dish is any good without giving me a try, so let's have it. Let's have a go. Oh my god.
So good.
It's really tasty. It's like chicken and fried potato, so I guess as us English speakers would call it, it's almost like a hash brown situation. It's really tasty, kind of like soul food as well. And something that I really love about the Turkish food in general is it just really heats you up inside. Even though the weather here is absolutely beautiful, it's just great to come to a place and have some really nice comfort food. And speaking of comfort food, the dish that I decided to go for is called an Iskender kebab, and it's obviously from the region of Turkey as Iskenderun. Have a look. So I decided to go with a large plate. They asked me if I wanted a small or a large or an extra large, so I kind of played it safe and went with the large option. And let me tell you something, guys, there's plenty of food here. This plate is bigger than my hand, and I've got pretty big hands. So you've got bulgur, you have these amazing sweet grilled sweet pepper. It's so good. Sometimes these actually have a little bit of a kick or spice as well. You've got a whole bunch of Iskender kebab meat, and you also have a nice dollop of amazing yogurt as well. And it's nice to kind of mix the meat in with the yogurt, and it gives this incredible flavor. It's kind of like a tomato style sauce mixed in with everything on the plate. it's a fantastic and tasty experience. I've had Iskender maybe one time since I've been here, and ever since then I've been looking for an opportunity to have it again, and now is the time. Alright guys, so what I'm doing here is basically mixing and blending in the yogurt with that meat, and then I'm going to take a little bit of bulgur as well, just for some extra texture, and I'm going to give this a try. Absolutely delicious. Literally 10 out of 10. This type of food is exactly what I look for whenever I come to a new city or a new town here in Turkey. I just crave this type of food. Ever since we first arrived in Turkey and we started trying the Turkish cuisine, everything that I've tried has just gotten better and better and better. And the more local that you go, that's something you're going to find as well. In a lot of the more touristy areas, you're probably going to have a lot of these chain sort of restaurants where the food is not as fresh. But when you come to somewhere like Isparta or a little bit away from these destinations, you're going to find some really authentic and fresh ingredients. And that's what I just had a taste of right there. It's perfect.
Wow, that meal absolutely hit the spot. Now I have to say, both of us went with the largest option for that meal, which obviously made it a little bit more expensive, but it was so much that neither of us actually finished the dish. So in case you ever go there, I think a medium portion size is probably enough. But the food was so tasty. Everything was juicy and spiced to perfection. I just absolutely loved that. And it feels like we're actually back in a local place in Turkey, and we can taste the culture basically a little bit more. What was your impression of the food?
It was perfect. It was an absolutely, as I said, fantastic experience. The food was really 10 out of 10. A lot of times when you're going and looking for something to eat, it can be a little bit daunting because there's so many options here in Turkey for you. You have doner, you have Iskender, you have so many different types of options. So I decided to stick for something a little bit more basic, the Iskender, and it definitely hit the spot. As Naomi said, we're both so full, and I'm so full that I can barely even put together a sentence right now. I feel like I'm ready for a nap, and the weather is definitely picking up. I think it's like roughly around 32 degrees Celsius here today, and it is September, so we are coming towards the end of summer, but it is still pretty warm here. But nonetheless, Isparta, very pleasantly surprised by how beautiful this place is and just how many things there are to see here as well. As we mentioned, the whole city of roses, so that is kind of the theme all throughout this city, and it is just really beautiful. There's also plenty of things to do just slightly outside of here. You have the amazing ENQUIRIES lake, which is definitely something that we're going to be checking out. You also have the ancient ruins of Sagalassos, not too far from here as well. And I believe there's also a national park that's not too far from here. I believe it's like 6 kilometers or so outside of the center. So we're not short here on things to check out, and I can't wait to explore more of Isparta. Good morning, people. It is, as you can probably tell, the following day. We do only have 2 full days to explore Isparta, and today we came here to the autogar, or the bus station, and we just tried to go to ENQUIRIES, or the well-known lake that has a very cool castle. So they basically told us that the only bus that they have going there today is leaving at around 5 p.m. Right now it's around 11 o'clock in the morning, so unfortunately we're not willing to wait that 6-hour wait just to get out there and then get back in the same day. It doesn't make much sense. So what we're going to do is go to a lovely nature park that's close by to here. It goes by the name of Gölcük, and it looks like we might be taking a taxi out there. So let's go and explore the nature park of Gölcük.
We just arrived at Gölcük Nature Park and oh my god, it is so far out. When the taxi was driving us at some stage, both of us were like, are we going into the right direction? But yeah, we arrived here. It is 33 lira per car to enter, and we were greeted here by two little puppies. Look at them. Look at the little puppy. Oh. The puppies here are very busy with trying to find I think leftovers from the people that have picnics around here, but they're so cute. So cute. So cute. So Gölcük seems to be really idyllic. If you can see here, there are all of these little huts for people to have picnics, and also over there in the area there are a lot of barbecue areas as well, so you can basically bring your own food and then barbecue out here with this stunning view. It's so beautiful here. Cannot believe my eyes.
Just look at the absolutely gorgeous landscape here at Gölcük. It is really just a spectacle to behold, and there's plenty of space down around the lake that actually looks kind of beach-like. So I'm sure that there's ample opportunities for you to go in and have a nice swim. I'm not too sure now if the water is cold. I'm sure it is. You want to come down and check the beach out? Let's go check the beach out together, guys. It seems for sure that the best thing for you guys to have if you're visiting Isparta is a mode of transportation, because obviously Isparta itself is a relatively small place. Now that doesn't mean that there's not much going on. There's plenty going on in the center of Isparta that we showed you guys a little bit of yesterday. There's also tons of hotels, shopping centers, restaurants, cafes, etc. So if that's the reason that you're visiting Isparta, then that's perfect. But for us, the whole reason we kind of came out here and came inland in Turkey is to experience the more off the beaten path places and to come out into a little bit of nature as well. And the nature here is absolutely beautiful. A lot of people usually have the wrong idea when they think about nature in Turkey. They don't think that it's going to be very green or anything like that because of the warm climate in Turkey, but this place here proves that very much wrong. There's so much greenery. There's a beautiful lake. There's so much happening and things to do. There's so many mountainous areas, which I'm sure there's plenty of hike trails that you can go off and explore into the mountains for hours at a time. And I think we said this in our last video in Kaş. This is something, and it's probably the main reason why we love this country, is just simply because of the jaw-dropping nature. All along the coastline you have some of the greatest beaches that we've ever seen in our life, and then even coming away from the coastline you have beautiful scenic areas such as this. And this beach area here is pretty beautiful as well. As I said, the water itself looks very inviting. I've no idea of the depth of this lake or the actual circumference. We basically just saw this place on Google Maps, had a look through some of the very positive reviews from here, and that made us come and check it out. And we definitely don't regret it. This place is very beautiful. There also seems to be up ahead quite a few fishing poles, so I'm sure there's plenty of freshwater, large fish that you can catch yourself. And I'm sure that if you have like a barbecue or something to bring with you, you can have a very fresh and delicious meal here by the lake. This place is amazing.
Oh my god. I just said to Luke that there are some pretty large animals here in the area because I saw some poop basically, and I know now who is creating that poop. I don't know if you can see it over there. First I thought it was a stone, but it seems to be a cow chilling at the beach. So we humans are not the only ones who want to relax at the beach, basically, or at this stunning water here. By the way, the yellow stuff around here, we just figured out that that is pollen from the pine trees and all of the trees all around here. At the beginning I thought, oh, it might be some chemical or something, but it's definitely pollen from this entire forest here. It's huge, and yeah, there's a bull on the beach. I'm not sure if we should walk past that bull, maybe with a little bit of distance. Should we walk around the bull with a distance? Yeah. Like up there or something? Okay, let's see if this bull is okay with us being around him. I hope he doesn't mind. It's a bit scary. Please cross your fingers for us. I think we're okay. I think he's a relaxed guy. He has really floofy ears. Cute one. Okay, keeping my distance. Seems to be alright. He doesn't stand up. Thank God. My God, you guys. We were walking all around the lake now, and we found this crazy looking building, and it's just open. So the only reasonable thing to do, I guess, is to go in and see what it is. Luke is still outside. I'm gonna go first. Ah, seems like it is a steel type of a stair, so I assume it's not unsafe. Oh wow. Oh my God. Okay, it's a bit scary. Some of the stairs are moving a little bit. Okay, yeah, all good, but some of the stairs are moving a little bit. Okay, so up here you have a nice viewpoint. Huh. Kind of looks like, I don't know, it seems like the large version of a hunting tower, hunting hut or something like that. But you have the most amazing view, oh my God. You can see all of the nice mountains up here, obviously the water. And if you look out of the sides, 1 second, you have a fantastic view on the forest. And Luke down there, who's too scared to come up here. As always. Luke is sometimes a little bit scared of heights or like kind of buildings that look like they're going to fall down. But I think this building seems very safe, so just that the stairs are moving a little bit, but that's all. Yeah, but this day trip is super amazing. The amount of nature around here is just mind-blowing, to be honest. I mean, I knew that we were more in nature, but just the sheer amount and circumference of the forests around here, of this beautiful lake, like you can genuinely not imagine how large it is. So guys, these were fantastic 2 days. Isparta is super beautiful, and we really feel like we actually got to peek into Turkish culture and not what maybe tourism offices want you to see.
Yeah, 100%. Isparta, absolutely beautiful place. Certainly add it to your itinerary if you are coming to Turkey. If you do have a little bit of extra time, definitely make your way off the beaten path and come and check Isparta out. These last 48 hours have truly been special.
But do make sure that if you come to Isparta that you have somehow a mean of transportation, because we have been struggling a little bit to get around, because obviously it's not a tourist destination.
Yeah, for sure. So either bring yourself a nice car or a bike or something like that to get around, or just accept your fate and take some taxis around like we did.
Exactly.
But for now, my name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We're the Two Mad Explorers.
And this is your reminder to keep exploring.
We'll see you guys in the next adventure.
Görüşürüz.
Bye bye.
Blah, la, la, blah, la, la, blah, la, la.